Famous personalities throughout history. 10 most famous and influential people in history. Number 1. Jesus Christ. First, there is Jesus Christ, who was born in Bethlehem, Palestine. According to the Bible, he was conceived by the Holy Spirit and born to Mary, who was discovered to be carrying him. Matthew chapter 1 verse 18. In addition to being heavenly, he was also human. John chapter 20 verse 28. The Bible states that he is the only God. Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 4. Number 2. Muhammad. 570 to 632 AD, was an Arabian prophet best known as the principal personality, and last prophet, of the religion of Islam and is regarded as one of the world's most venerated and significant historical people. Number 3. Adolf Hitler. The 20th of April 1889 to 30 April 1945, was a German politician who headed the Nazi Party and ruled as Germany's Chancellor and Führer. He was a crucial figure there in Holocaust and initiated World War II with the attack on Poland in 1939 as leader of Nazi Germany. He is the primary cause of World War II, as we all know. He orchestrated it to satisfy two deep desires: to be the most powerful person on earth, preferably in history, if not the entire world, and, for his pleasure, to inflict as much pain as possible on all those he blamed for Germany's humiliating and miserable defeat in World War I, as well as its squalid poverty between the wars. Number 4. Albert Einstein. Was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Württemberg, Germany. He lost dead on April 18, 1955. He began his education at Germany's Luitpold Gymnasium. Albert resumed his study at Zurich, Switzerland, in 1896, where he studied physics and mathematics. Number 5. Abraham Lincoln. The American Civil Conflict, which was the bloodiest war ever fought, was steered by Lincoln by the most powerful nation on earth. Lincoln was not only a well-known president for keeping the Union together during the Civil War, but his Gettysburg Address also served as an example to millions of people around the globe. Until he was killed, he served as President of the United States. Number 6. Leonardo da Vinci. On April 15, 1452, an unmarried lawyer gave birth to Leonardo da Vinci in the town of Vinci. He trained under the sculptor and painter Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence, and by 1478 he had established himself as an independent master. Da Vinci was one of the most prominent artists and sculptors of the Italian Renaissance, as well as a tremendously accomplished engineer, scientist, and inventor. He died on May 2, 1519. Number 7. William Shakespeare. It is almost certain that numerous terms and phrases that are now common in his home tongue came from the individual who won the most votes for the remarkable writer in English or any other language. In human history, about half of all commonly used English expressions come from the King James Bible, with the other expressions coming from Bard's lexicon. Number 8. Isaac Newton. Calculus creator barely edged Albert Einstein out for 9th place. Google searches alone, 6.1 million per month, would have placed Einstein in the top 5, but there are far more books about Newton. While Einstein is on track to surpass Newton's record in much less time than 286 years, if Newton hadn't lived, Einstein's theories of relativity would not have existed. 95% of classical mechanics was invented by Isaac Newton alone. Number 9. Siddhartha Gautama, Buddha. Most likely, Gautama was born in Nepal's Kapilavastu or Lumbini in 563 BC, or about 24 years before Babylon took control of Jerusalem. At the age of 35, Gautama, a mortal man, sat beneath the pipal tree, now known as the Bodhi tree, in Bodh Gaya, India, and attained nirvana, or spiritual awakening and tranquility. Number 10. Barack Obama. Barack Obama, the first African American to be elected President of the United States of America, reportedly has a net worth of at least $70 million, according to the International Business Times. The 44th and former President of the United States is estimated to have a net worth of around $130 million in 2021 by the New York Post.